Hola, estudiantes. I am still not feeling the best, so I will be out today, possibly tomorrow too. But I wanted to go through the subjuntivo and cláusulas adverbiales homework assignment with you all. I will go through all of part 1, part of part 2, part of part 3, and part of part 4, okay? But all of part 1 here. So for número 1, this con tal de que, provided that students do community work or volunteer work, would be hagan. A lot of doubt within that, provided that adverb clause. Número 2. Pilar ha escrito varios libros para informar. There's no adverbial clause used there or adverb clause used at all. So she is doing this in order to inform young people about teen pregnancy. Número 3. As soon as he left prison, the thief committed another crime. This one would actually be cometió because it happened. He left prison and then he committed a crime. So this tan pronto como would be if something had not already happened. So if I was going to say something like, I will leave for school as soon as the bus arrives, that tan pronto como there would be a subjunctive trigger because it has not happened yet, whereas this happened, past tense. My parents and I will speak about illiteracy unless I make the decision to become a teacher. So, tome here. All right. Now, let's look at part 2 here. We've got 2 things that are indicating subjunctive. Subjunctive for sure, maybe subjunctive on this. So, that's why we had dudo que. And we're going to definitely use subjunctive after cuando here because it's something that happens or is happening versus happened. Okay. Number 1, I have typed out here, so you guys can take a moment to look that over. But then I'm going to do number 2 here. Sorry guys. No es cierto que todos los adolescentes. Now, here's where we're going to need subjunctive. Se metan en problemas. And then we're going to use our next trigger, tan pronto como. And then since it is currently in the present tense, that's a big indicator that it's still going to be subjunctive because it didn't happen. It is a possibility that it will happen. Salgan probatoria. So we got to kind of put some pieces together there. All right. So, number 3, you would say something like, no es posible que el padrastro de Ana. Now, because it's not possible that, this one would be kind of an indicator of indicative, just because, if it said it's, oh, wait, nope, sorry, I lied. It's going to be subjunctive still. All right, so, no es posible que. If it said es posible que. No, I'm still lying. I apologize. I'm having a hard time reading this right now. So a non-possibility means that there's no doubt located there. However, if I said it is possible that, there's doubt that it could be impossible. So that would use subjunctive. This no es posible que indicates no doubt at all. All right, it's not possible, period. No impossibilities located within there. So subjunctive here, and then sin que, and then subjunctive here again. Irregulars on both of those. Okay, so there is number 1. Let's look at number 2 now. So you had to indicate what does the illiteracy mean to you, and you want to say something that's surprising about it. So I might say something like, it's surprising that el analfabetismo exista en nuestra sociedad, right? Because, like, it's surprising that, I don't know why that's underlined there, but it's correct, that illiteracy exists in our society. And I used that from the verb existir, exists, and I put an opposite ending on to match with illiteracy. All right. Let's look at number 5. Did you find out or did you hear about the police capturing a criminal? What is your first reaction? So I would say, me alegro de que la policía no esté herido. So I said something like, I'm happy that the police is not injured. Okay? Or you could even say something like, la policía no hiera el criminal. So didn't injure the criminal. All right. And you know, these are my opinions, so while you might have some things that match, I don't think they should all 100% match. Let's do one more problem here from part 4. Do you think that adults and adolescents can understand one another well? So you could say something like, creo que adultos y adolescentes se entiendan bien. Very simple answer there. Alrighty. And because it's an opinion, opinions are weighted heavily on in the subjunctive. Now, if it's something like, I think the party is fun, that might not be so much subjunctive, just because you're there and in the moment of it, and you're giving your opinion based on that moment. Whereas if it's something that's pretty out there, that might be more indicative of a subjunctive. Now, let's look at the day 2 subjunctive review. And I do want to go through some answers to that with you guys. So you needed to indicate what each letter of the acronym WEIRDO meant. So remember, W is the wishes or wants. E is emotions. So something like, me alegro de que. You could even say something like, me enoja que, like it angers me that, something. I is impersonal expressions. R is requests, D is doubts, and O is opinions. So, I did the first one there for you. Es importante que, that would be an impersonal expression. Esperar que is a wish. It's like hoping that. All right. Alegrarse de que is an emotion. Es interesante que would be an impersonal expression. It can also be an opinion. I'm sorry. I forget to mention that. So, okay, number two, it's important, can be an opinion also. No ser cierto que, it's not certain that, that's doubt, that D there. Querer que is a wish or a want, right? Es necesario que can be another impersonal expression or an opinion. No conocer a nadie que, that is a big doubt there. So not knowing anybody that does something is casting heavy doubt on something. And es inaceptable que is also another impersonal expression and opinion. All right. And then just take a minute to always look over that list of the main triggers. All right, so let's look at these problems here. Wanting a friend, this could be replaced with an adjective. Wanting a good friend, wanting a nice friend, wanting a beautiful friend, something like that. Es importante, I can replace this with a noun. That makes that a noun clause. So I could say like, the truth is important, right? The test is important. So I can replace that with a noun, making that a noun clause. Mama needs, she can need something, but not need an adjective. So that would be a noun clause there. They deny something, not a describing word. So that makes that a noun clause. We need a teacher that knows the information. We would not need a noun teacher, but a type of teacher. So that makes this an adjective clause. And this sugieren, they suggest, this clause right here would be a noun clause because they suggest something. All right? They suggest the lobster. I don't know, I gave that example the other day, but they suggest a thing. All right, so those are the answers to those two tasks that you were supposed to do. I hope to be back tomorrow, but if I'm not, please make sure that you complete all of the tasks that are required within the list provided in the announcement and by the sub. Bye, guys.